I have Prashant Mukundasri, who is a preacher and a spiritual mentor with ISKCON for the past 15 years. And if we talk about his educational qualifications, then he has done his BSc in industrial chemistry, and he has done his MBA from Symbiosis Institute, and also further DPS from the London School of Management. He has worked with multinational companies like WNS, Novartis, and Millward and Brown. And he has done his, kind of mastery in Vedic Bhakti Shastri. That is a title which he has done from Mayapur Institute of Higher Education. And he has been a spiritual mentor. He is still a spiritual mentor with many families and people across the globe, including Dubai, Philadelphia, Florida, people from US and Pakistan and other neighboring countries. He has also been a guest speaker at very established institutions, including AIMS, and he has his own YouTube channel. I'll put the link below in my description box. You can follow him. And he's also a guest speaker mostly on the Hare Krishna TV channel. Again, for that, I'll put the link in the description box. My name is Shilpi, and I'm going to start the show now on the occasion of Vasant Panchami. So welcome, Prabhuji. Welcome to our show. And I would like to begin by asking that, that we all know that, Vedas have a very good, rich literature. So what is that one thing, because we are focusing on education, what is that one thing that a teacher can obtain from reading the Vedas and that can be applied in the classes?
Right. So Vedas, thank you, Shilpi ji, for calling me in your today's etalks, and I'm so happy glad to being on this platform where I can speak about our Vedas, our Shastras, which is a rich origin of Indian origin. So if we see that for teachers, those who are educationalists and they're teaching around the world to their students, teachers should have a quality like Dronacharya. Like Mahabharata is called as Pancham Veda. So in Mahabharata, Dronacharya has been explained as a teacher who has no discrimination, who is equal to all, who has no biasness. So teachers should not have any biasness, no discrimination of caste, color, creed. Teachers should be equal to everyone. Whosoever comes for education, one should teach. So how can we learn from Dronacharya? There's a beautiful story like Dronacharya having some rivalry with a king called Drupad. And Drupad king decided that I will kill Dronacharya. For killing Dronacharya, the main archer or the main head of the army in the Mahabharata field, everybody knows about Dronacharya. So Dronacharya, for killing Dronacharya, the king Drupad did a fire sacrifice, a yagya. And in that fire sacrifice, he obtained two children. One was Drishtadyumna, a boy, and one daughter called as Draupadi. Everybody knows about the Pandavas and the Draupadi. So Draupadi's brother was Drishtadyumna. He born from fire sacrifice, from a yagya kund. What the purpose was to kill Dronacharya. So Dronacharya was knowing this because of my rivalry with King Drupad, Drishtadyumna is been born. But when Drishtadyumna came for learning archery to Dronacharya, so Dronacharya said, okay, I will take you in. Though he knows that if I teach him this battlefield knowledge, one day this Drishtadyumna is going to kill me because the purpose of his birth is killing me. And still also he does not discriminate that I should not teach you, I will not give you education. So one teacher should understand that only people, they say that only I will teach to the intelligent one, I will give only who is taking tuition from me, I will give education only to the person who is good looking, only to the good speaker. No, a teacher should learn that I should be equal to all. Like even God says, I am equal to all. I am not biased to anyone. Because teacher has been seen as a representative of God. A teacher is a God, teacher is a guru. So if he is a representative of God, then he should or she should also be equal to each and every student in giving education. And teachers should have also the care and concern for the students. Teachers should be forgiving in nature. Teachers should be tolerant in nature. So these are the qualities one should learn from this Vedic scriptures.
you are a Bhakti Shastri, right? So, can you tell us that what is the relevance of the Vedas in the current times?
Yeah, in current times, we can see that the people are going directionless. All over the world, the society is going degrading society. In past era, in the time of Mahabharata, people used to eat in golden plates. When Yudhishthir Maharaj, the king Yudhishthir, did a fire, this Rajasu Yagya, that all the people invited were fed with food in golden plates. Then the degrading society came to eating in silver plates. We can still find in India many palaces in Rajasthan where the silver plates been offered. Then the society degraded to the steel plates, and now the society has degraded to the paper plates. So we can see the society is degrading day by day because of this degradation. In past times, there were very less hospitals and the medical care available, and still people were healthy. And now the hospitals are increasing, medical facilities are increasing, but side by side, stress, anxiety is increasing. The most pharmaceutical, like I come from a pharma background, I have worked for pharmaceutical companies. The number one seller of the pharma medicine in the world is antidepressant medicines. 99% people in the world, pharma companies are earning from the sleeping pills, depressing medicine, antidepressant medicines, insomnia medicines. So somebody is having lack of sleep because of tensions, stress, anxieties. So if we want to give a peaceful life to each and everyone in the world, so that can only come by having the scriptural shastric knowledge. Without knowledge, people are getting directionless. So the Vedas, the Shastras, Bhagavad Gita, Puranas, Upanishads, they give direction, the power to choose what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong. So that power comes by scriptural knowledge.
Well explained. And like I was talking about the teachers, what can the teachers get from it? Similarly, if I ask, what can a student get from exploring the Vedas? What is that one thing that they can get from exploring the Vedas?
We can say that exploring the Vedas, the most important thing one can learn is that people in this world are having this comparative attitude, comparisons. And then comparisons give rise to complaints. And then complaints give rise to criticism. So there are, like you having a program 3G, this is program called 3C. So 3C means comparisons, complaints, and criticism. So we find that children always keep backbiting about other students or about teachers, about the principal, about the management, about the parents. Whenever the group of students meet together, they keep criticizing. They keep complaining about the different prospects that my parents are not giving me time, my teachers are not good, my school is not good, my management is not good, my principal is not good. So because of these complaints are coming, why? Because they are comparing. So if you want to get rid of this comparing, complaining, and criticism thing, one need to understand that if I criticize my teachers from whom I am getting an education, what I am doing an offense towards my teacher. Teacher is representative of God. Parents are representative of God. We should worship them. We should pay obeisances to them. Even Lord Ram, who's the Lord Ram, used to pay obeisances, pranams to the father, mother, and teacher. Pratakal utke Raghunatha, Mata Pita Guru Navahi Mata. To parents and the teachers, one has to pay obeisances because of you. But what we see now, students are killing their teachers. Students are misbehaving with the parents. Why? Because of missing of the material, this spiritual education. So spiritual education gives sanskaras. Spiritual education gives directions. Spiritual education gives wisdom. So this wisdom is missing in today's era, actually.
You have actually, this is what I was trying to understand. That see your educational qualification, how well you have utilized that, whatever we are taught in MBA of synopsis and everything, and you have been able to apply it to the Vedas. This is what I was trying to, understand when you were talking. What do you think are the 3 steps that can be taken, if I put it in a more systematic manner, in the 21st century? especially in the education system, then, what are the three things that we can do in order to smoothly and efficiently that we are able to balance the, education and plus spirituality together?
So first thing I want to say that don't worry. First thing we need to learn, don't worry. Because this world is full of miseries. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, verse number 15, Mam upetyaha punarjanmam dukhalayam ashashvatam. So Krishna, who is the maker of this world, gave the name to the world as Dukhalaya. Alay means the place of miseries. Alay means a place, like Vidyalaya. Vidyalaya is a place of education, Vidya Alay. Him Alay means the place of snow. Shiv Alay means the place of Lord Shiva. Granthale means the place of Granthas. Pustakale means the place of the home of books. Similarly, Dukhalaya means the place of miseries. So if we are in the place of misery, then why we want to get rid of miseries? Miseries will always be there. So we need to understand this life. The padam padam yata vipadam. There are on every step, there will be some tests of life. So we should not think problems as the problems. We should think the problems are a stepping stone towards the next future, next promotion. So that we need to understand. If some in education, if you are fail and somebody says, no, we can't expect from you. So no does not mean that you cannot do anything. No means next opportunity is waiting for you. And oh, no means next opportunity is waiting for you. If somebody says, oh, parent says or teacher says, it is end. This is too much now. You cannot do anything. You're a failure of life. END, end, just end. End means effort never dies. So keep efforting. Maybe you are opening a lock which is not meant for your life. Try and try till the time you success. So don't lose your efforts. Keep doing your efforts. This place is full of miseries. So miseries and test will always be there. So don't think problems as a problems. Always think that problems are in next opportunities. I have to look after another career option, another education, another way. And there is always one way for everyone. Everyone has one way. So nobody is born without any purpose. Everybody has a purpose. So learn the purpose of life. So first thing we need to learn, don't worry. Second thing we need to learn, that don't get attached to the results. Results, don't get attached to results. So we have the power of doing our work honestly 100%. Just keep your efforts 100% for the purpose of society, for the purpose of parents, for the purpose of school, management, teachers, but don't get attached to the results. So people say, we should not prepare for 100% because you are saying we should not think of results. I'm not saying think of results. I'm saying don't get attached to the results. So there's a difference between thinking and attaching. If I am preparing for 100%, even I get 90%, then don't worry, because you should not get attached to the results. So there's a very important line one student should learn, which my parents told me in my early age, that do your best and ready for the worst. Do your best and ready for the worst. If you are ready for the worst situation and you are preparing for the best, whatever you get the result, you will be happy. You will be satisfied. Okay, because I am ready for the worst situation and I am doing my best. So keep doing your best and ready for the worst. And the third thing is that knowledge means humbleness. Nowadays, we find people are having egos, attitudes. They are very, very successful people in the world, but they don't have time for people. They don't have time for their own families. They don't have time for new person to grow. So they are in own egos and own attitudes. Whereas Veda says, Vidya dadati vinayam vinayadayati patratam. Vidya dadati vinayam. The knowledge gives humbleness. So that is of no use. That knowledge of no use if you are not humble person, if you are not down to earth person. So that we need to learn from Vedas. The first thing, we should not worry. We should think that all the problems are stepping stones. Second, we should not get attached to the result. We should prepare for the result, but should not attach to the result. And third, my knowledge should give me humbleness, down to earth approach, that I should always remember I am doing education for society. Whatever education I am getting, it should help the society in any ways. Medical education, spiritual education, or a professional education. It is not for earning money. It is for helping the society. If I learn these things, I can always be a good human being, a good person, well-satisfied person in my life.
Well, I'm so highly obliged to you, Prabhuji, because you have actually today on this occasion of Vasant Panchami, aapne actually, gyan, what is actual knowledge? You have you are actually being blessed by Goddess Saraswati. You have that thing in you. And what I can understand in crisp, if we would like to recap, is that the 3 C's you have told us. That is,
Yeah.
if I start, it starts with comparison.
Comparing,
Complain
comparing.
and criticism. And then right now what you told us is that, you shouldn't be afraid of problems coming your way. You should keep giving your best. And yes, knowledge is power, but that power should be, or when a king gets a scepter or a sword, that doesn't give him the power. The power of a king is that if he's merciful on that throne, that is power. Because power which is out of fear is till the time you are there, people will respect you. But once you turn your back, that respect goes away. So I think if you are humble and you are powerful, but you are humble, that is the biggest power. And so
Being
thank
a
you.
leader, you should not be a leader by fear. You should be a leader by love.
Yes. That definitely, like Krishna, has set the example. He was such a powerful person, but he always kept smiling, and he tolerated. If you remember that incident of Jarasandh, he tolerated till the 100th abuse. He could have Shishupal, sorry, he could have just killed him at one go, at the very first chance, but he waited. He kept that patience.
So Krishna, being the supreme Lord, he always teaches by his examples.
Yeah. So that is what, like, I mean, a child can emulate, a youth can emulate Krishna, because he has set examples right from his childhood to youth till his, when he comes to the responsibilities, where he's a professional also as a king and as a friend. So thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for taking out time and being with us. And I troubled you today at a very short notice.
No problem. Thank you so much. I'm overwhelmed being with this platform and happy if somebody gets some teaching from this interview.
Thank you.